Alright, so last matches for this week. So, this we'll update the list definitely this time, I promise. So, the list will be updated when this video is uploaded. We are running Garland again. Our opponent's on Izzet, so this is most likely either Phoenix or potentially something else. But I'm going to get Garland down to bait interaction. I'm guessing we'll see a Lightning Axe, yes, to discard a Phoenix, very good. So we're going to have to drop Joshua's here and start cycling some of these lands. Otherworldly Gaze. Oh, this might be the more budget version of traditional Phoenix. So yeah, I played a version for budget a while back using Otherworldly Gaze. It's pretty decent if you literally just want to fill up the graveyard. I'm going to get rid of 2 lands here to draw a land and a Niv, which is pretty good for us. Okay, they go to 2 lands, pass it back. So let's just play a tap land and get in for free. Like I said, we'll see here. They probably want to wait till next turn to kill Joshua because they probably want to cast 3 spells at once to get their Niv back. Not their Niv, to get their Phoenix back. Otherworldly Gaze in the end step. Oh, so they are the up-to-date Corey Steelcutter version. Controversial take here. They don't hit their next land drop from the look of it. They move to second main phase. So, nope, no second land. Very good. So, let's drop down a Niv Mizzet here. Oh, we don't even get to reload. So, we got lucky there with them missing a land drop. Now, with the updated sideboard here, this is definitely a Deafening Silence matchup. This and Scrabbling Claws to deal with the other stuff. Take out this. We don't need... We take out the Artifact Hate, and we take out the Tyrant Scorns, we take out Valky. Keranos is a fun addition, but honestly, I'm trying to decide what to take out here. Cosmic Rebirth is a bit slow. We'll take out the Garlands. Ion, know that they are a thing, but early threats, we don't want them to drop anything that they could easily take out. So, controversial choice, I'm going to take out the Keranos. He is cool, but 5 mana will already have won the game or not. Controversial opinion, but I think Corey Steelcutter really weakens the Phoenix deck. Alright, so this is an example of just having your sideboard card on turn 1. So we can Deafening Silence on turn 1, hold up Watery Grave. Hold up No More Lies. And we drew a Scribble Claw. So yeah, our whole deck here is... I'm scared though they could have a Spell Pierce. So what I'm doing here is playing a tap land to bait them into developing their board. Now, one thing they might do is on turn 2 just deploy a Steelcutter or maybe something else. Nope. So here's what we're going to do. We can shock in and we can play a Scrabble Clause to bait. Looks like there might be something, but it's pretty good. So we'll just drop the Deafening Silence and see if that resolves. If they don't have a counter to this, oh no, they just concede. So good solid deck, good sideboarding for us. Alright, so this match is going to be played at regular speed for one reason. We have an Unmoored Ego in hand, and this match is the poster child of knowing the format, knowing your thing. So, watch, they play a Breeding Pool. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, this could be a mirror match. They're not playing a Yorion, so it's a 60-card deck. A double Simic land drop, 100% to me says that this is Lotus Field. So knowing the deck, I go for the Unmoored Ego here to check what they've got. And a lot of their lines can't be completed without Lotus Field because a lot of their win conditions require Sultai mana. So I put in here and go for Lotus Field. Because like I said, I've seen these 2 lands, I know that the odds are a thing. And we can see here our opponent sees us blind called Lotus Field. They did not have counters in hand, they concede to that, which is crazy to me. I was going to check their deck. I understand conceding so I don't see their deck makes sense. However, what you might notice here is they just straight up rage out of the entire match because we knew their match and I guess they just thought it wasn't worth it. But that's knowing your matchup, people. Alright, final match of this video. Hopefully it is a little bit longer than the last match we played. But yeah, so slow hand here. Opponent is mulliganing aggressively, so I'm expecting potentially a Fort Seize. So my plan here is just play some defensive magic and see what happens. Opponent goes Simic Land into Scout, so this is legit Merfolk, which is pretty fun at the moment. It's probably one of the best tribes that we definitely have on Arena, particularly with Slivers missing so many key pieces here. So I decide to hold up and wait for Lightning Helix to see if they play anything more impactful here. They move to combat, they swing in, we go for a Lightning Helix, however, they do have the Vidalcan Hexcatcher, so that takes out our strategy here, so we can't really do anything to that, we get countered. They play another Benefic Mage, so we play Joshua here. With the Scarred Gauntlet and the Vanishing Verse, we need to get to casting this Supreme Verdict, because Supreme Verdict can't be countered. So we want them to commit and do stuff. So they have, the last card is a downer, so they go all in, swing to us, hit us for 5. So we go for an uncounterable Supreme Verdict to completely wipe the board. Now, we are dead to them finding some key cards, and they can put Mutavault pressure on us pretty easily. So we've got to see here what they go for. Also, Collected Company could be lethal. They do attack, and they draw another Vidalcan Hexmage here. So with them tapped out, we've got to just play this Fable Passage and go for the Bring to Light. We grab, it has to be Reborn here. We could try to gain life, but the problem is if we cast anything else, for example, if we cast like a Helix or anything, they could just sack the Vidalcan to counter us killing it. So we get our lands here. We have potential life gain card advantage. They concede. I don't think they were dead there. I think they had draws, but they definitely went out with a bang. This is definitely a fatal push matchup. Unmoored Ego doesn't hit as hard here, nor does Keranos. Keranos is great in a grindier long-term matchup, but basically when we get to reloads, it's better to have a different option. Keranos is like the second idea for a Valky hit here. This land is too slow. Double board wipe's pretty good here, so what we'll do is we'll put one board wipe away and we'll play the Undersea Sewers. They have a... Ooh, that's a Deep Root Pilgrimage. We need lands, so we're going to get rid of this and see what they go for here. They drop the second land into a Deep Root Pilgrimage, making a hexproof Merfolk. We will Vanishing Verse.
Bye.
Take out that permanent. They have another Vidalcan Hexmage, puts us down to 13. Play a land tapped here. We desperately need... Alright, we go down to 7. Alright, so we crack the Fatal Passage here. We're going to have to Supreme Verdict. I'm checking colors here. Always important to do. Make sure you have all your colors covered. Right, with that ready, we go for board wipe. They do have a Flood Pitch Drowner to pass back to us. Right, we get hit there. Right, I shock in. Do I shock in here? Yeah, we do shock in here, which I think is a mistake. So we go for a Tyrant Scorn, kill the Flood Pitch Drowner. And then, because our colors are a bit awkward, I tap out for Joshua here. We don't cycle. They have a Flood Pitch Drowner into another Vidalcan Hexcatcher, and yeah, I'm looking at their line there, and that was insane. I'd like to point out that this is one of the things that frustrates me sometimes with the variants of Magic, and one of the reasons why I hate the 80 card lists. We literally have not seen a... Well, we have seen, sorry. We don't get the same consistency as a 60 card deck sometimes. Like the Vidalcan Hexcatcher, they've had it in all 3 games. Spoiler alert for this one. They explore, putting a Merfolk to the graveyard, will shock in, and will immediately just push. So the standard rules of playing against Tribal is do not let them build up any kind of a board presence. Even if it seems like overuse here, like killing that, we do not want them to have anything. They play another Merfolk, so we'll play a tap land here. We have to hold back here, because if they have any way to get... They play a Deep Root, which is great, so we're not scared of a drop in now. So let's Bring to Light here. Grab Niv Mizzet Reborn. So we grab a Tyrant Scorn and an uncounterable Abrupt Decay here to do things good. They probably have a Vidalcan, the Flood Pitch Drowner. Yep, that will tap on Niv. We're going to get hit for 2. We draw a Clarion, which is great, so we'll just Clarion. And our opponent concedes, which I think was a bit premature, but fair play. Fair play, good games.